How many sacks will Javon Kinlaw have in 2020? Leo, you start.
Okay, so how I look at this is obviously he is a freak physically, and so he can be double digits, but I don't see that. He's a rookie, and where I base it off of is Eric Armstead had a great year last year, and he had 10, and so now double teams are mainly going to come to Eric Armstead. We would assume as of right now, and teams are going to force Kinlaw to win that one-on-one matchup. So now if Eric Armstead had a majority of one-on-ones last season and put up 10 sacks, is Kinlaw the same level as Armstead was last year? I wouldn't say he is. He didn't have that. Yeah, Armstead didn't break out the previous years, but he still had 4 years of experience under his belt. And so I would say his sack number is probably going to be 7.5. I believe he can win those one-on-ones, and just that 7.5, he might, him and Armstead might come in there together just to share a sack.
I like that you projected an exact number. I want everyone to do that. I have a number in my head too. Good job, Leo. What you got, Jose?
And just like writing off what Leo just said, it's exactly why Eric Armstead had that 10, and that was with Buckner being used as decoy for those double teams. And Kinlaw obviously isn't a level of Buckner. We projected him to be at some point, but I see him going about 5 sacks. And that's mainly because I still think the first half of the season, it's going to be a slow turnout of production for him. He's still going to find it out until he starts getting some punches under his chest and everything, so he can really get accustomed to it, start seeing it. Maybe he develops another move, start understanding the game a little better, becoming more wiser. Because a lot of that in pass rushing, I know people think it's just all straight, just brute physicality and just get in there. But no, you still have to have that intelligence, that not running up the field, knowing what you're down in distance still. And that's exactly why you just alluded to just now, Grant, about, what are they going to do for third down? Do they keep him in there? It's more than just about, is it conditioning, but is he going to be smart enough to go on there? So I still think that because there's Bosa, Armstead, etc. out there, D Ford, that he still can feast on the scraps. But I still see 5 sacks will be a solid fit for him.
Leo, it's funny you say 7.5 because I was just looking through last season's sack leaders and I just came across Grady Jarrett and I was like 7.5. I could see that happening, and then you said that number right before I was going to say it. So,
Perfect.
I think anything above 5 for a rookie defensive tackle, the Niners would take. Obviously, they would love 7.5, which is what Buckner did last year, and I think they would love anything really more than 4 and 5. So I'll say 6.5, but I'll go out and say that 1 is a really good fourth quarter sack that helps them win a game.
I like that. That's a good answer. What's up, Marco? What do you got?
Well, I had 7.5 as well as Leo. Looked at my notes and started laughing. The reason why I say that is because you're going to have Bosa and D Ford back on the roster. They're going to be forcing the quarterback up in the pocket. Not many guards in the league can block a bull rush like Lincoln Tomlinson. He's going up against a solid guard. So in practice, he's going up against him. He's also learning from Bosa, who's probably teaching him his hand techniques. In college, he was a much better pass rusher when he got up the field. And in the wide 9, he's going to be asked to get up the field. So it's one of those things where I think he's going to surprise a lot of people and have 7.5 sacks due to Bosa, Armstead, and Ford all getting more attention than he is.
Okay. These are great answers. I'm going to say that he's going to have a good year as a rookie and only have 4 sacks. And I think he's still going to make an impact. But as we said earlier, how many third downs is he really going to play? Is he going to play all the third downs, or is he going to split time with DJ Jones? He may split time. So he may not have all the pass rushing opportunities that DeForest Buckner and Eric Armstead had last year. He may not play 600 snaps. He may not play 500 snaps. He may be in a 50-50 timeshare with someone. So I think he could have a good per snap sack rate and a good a real impact on the run defense and have an overall positive effect on the team and only have 4 sacks. I don't think he's ever going to be a double-digit sack guy from what I'm seeing. He just doesn't seem to have that type of polish and sophistication as a pass rusher. I mean, just look where he came from. He comes from the SEC. It's much more of a run defense conference compared to the Pac-12, which is just pass all the time. So I think he's still going to have a good year, but 4 sacks. All right. And I'm going to be wrong because I'm usually wrong.
Well, real quick, would you have said before last season started that Armstead wasn't have double-digit sacks?
No, I wouldn't have.
Okay.
Nope, not at all.